What is up, everybody? Fred Lam here, and welcome to my next video training on the 2020 Facebook ads and Google ads strategies for all businesses. Listen, whenever it comes to digital advertising, it always evolves. And in 2020, there are going to be some big changes that really makes 2019 a history. Now, what has worked in the last couple of years have been phenomenal, but in 2020, there's going to be a surge of an opportunity and a new way to simply advertise a product or service that you may have to offer for your customers. And in this video, I'm going to share with you exactly what this 2020 strategies are and why it is super important for you and your business. Now, like always, please make sure you click the subscribe button right below and click that notification bell so that each time I release a brand new video training, you're gonna get notified right away. So make sure you do it now, and also at any given time, if you have any additional questions about my training, make sure you simply go straight down into the comment box and let me know. And also, right in the video description, there are usually free trainings or free workshops that I usually host, and you can actually get access to them for free right in the video description. Now we got that all taken care of, let's really dive right into here's how advertising is going to work in 2020, regardless of what product or service, or if you're running Shopify, or if you're running a local business, this strategy will work in 2020, and it is super important that you pay close attention to this. So I'm gonna go over to my scribble pad right now to actually show you what all this means. So in a nutshell, let's make this super simple. Let's not talk about funnels. Let's not talk about simply upsell, downsell, all those other stuff. Let's make it simple because our goal is to simply talk about the most important element, which is the advertising strategies for 2020. So in this case, I'm actually gonna be right in the middle. I'll say that this is your website. It can be your landing page, it can be whatever it is. So I'm just gonna put website over here. And obviously, when they go to your website or when they go to your landing page, you actually have them do something. Maybe to simply make a sale or a lead. So a $sign or a lead. So it's really either or, right? When you're running a business, you either want more lead or you either want more sale, regardless if it is a product or a service that you are offering. So in a nutshell, this is how it all looks like. Now, in 2020, and back in the last several years, what has been super important is finding what we call cold traffic. These are people that simply never heard of you, they never dealt with your brand, and they are completely brand new, but they may be in market on what you have to offer. So this is basically considered cold traffic. Now, when it comes to cold traffic, we all know that Facebook ad is definitely one of the best ones to actually go after with all their learning machine, all their data. Facebook ad is definitely something that you simply don't want to miss out on. However, when it comes to the Facebook ad, the key for Facebook ad for cold traffic is simply having a video ad with conversion. Okay, you always wanted to actually use a video ad with conversion base. Now, the reason why you want to go after conversion is because you want to get people that are most likely going to buy something from you or simply give you a lead. Now, if you want to learn how the Facebook algorithm work for this, I got a video right in my YouTube channel for you to actually learn all about it. You can go to my channel right afterward, or maybe on the side over here, there's going to be a suggested video that you can actually learn from that. Now, the reason why you want to actually also have a video is because it will allow you to simply create a custom audience list that are now considered warm traffic. They heard about you, they know who you are, and they just may not have bought from you yet. So again, we'll talk about that in just a minute because we're talking about cold traffic right out of the gate. So Facebook is one of the best ways for you to actually start getting cold traffic. Now, on top of that, the second way to actually get cold traffic that is most likely going to convert for your business is simply Google search ad. Now, I always call Google search ad hyperactive buyers. They're most likely in market and ready to actually buy a product or a service. And they simply want to look up for more information. They want to basically look at the reviews. So these people are one of the ones that are going to make a decision in a very short period of time. So let's say that if you are advertising simply some men's tie, but you obviously have some very unique men's tie, you obviously can then advertise to those that are searching for buying men's tie. Although it is generic, but then if you have a unique product, you can actually turn these people who are about to buy a men's tie somewhere else to actually buy from you. So these are simply just cold traffic going to your website. Now, when it comes to cold traffic, these are the best source. The second piece is simply considered the warm traffic. Because every single person that actually goes to your website or watch your video on Facebook, they're most likely not going to 100% buy your product or opt into your service. Your job is to simply nurture these warm audience. Now, there are two ways for you to nurture these warm audience. I call it the funnel ones and also the ones that are built for what we call the infinite loophole, which is super important for 2020 if you want massive success. And I'll talk about that in just a minute. So in this case, I'm actually going to use green right now, okay, for warm traffic. So anytime that you have people clicking on your Facebook ad from cold traffic, anyone that are searching on Google on a particular product or service, and they simply go to your website, we now basically put them into a box. Now, this box is simply a cookie jar with retargeting feature in there. So what we do, and in 2020, what is super important that you have a jar of every single person in the last 7 days that went into your landing page, but never actually went, and I'm going to use red, and never actually gave you their money or simply gave you their information to actually become a lead. So you're basically, all you're doing is that you are then, now that they're interested in what you have, they're not convinced yet, you want to make sure that you run retargeting ads. For example, you want to run a Facebook retargeting ad that is completely different from your cold traffic. You want to basically run a Google search ad on the specific name of your product. You want to even start running a YouTube ad and also Google display. And your whole intention is to actually get them to come back into your website so that they can actually go over here and simply finish off the purchase or giving you their contact information. Now, on top of that, not only do you want to actually nurture these warm audience who actually show interest in what you have but not convinced yet, you also want to make sure that you utilize the video. Anyone that watched at least 95% of your video through your Facebook ad that is conversion based, you know that they are now a warm audience. They heard of you, they actually spent time to watch 95% of your video. So in this case, you also want to add these people right into this bucket over here. So you can see that this actually all works hand in hand together, right? You have the cold traffic going into here, and you're really focusing a lot of your power and a lot of your attention right into the warm traffic of anyone that watched your video, people that went to your landing page, but they didn't buy. And you want to utilize, obviously, Facebook ad, Google ad, YouTube ad, and display ad to help the consumer overcome the objection and to build your authority and your brand so that they actually become your customer. Now, this is basically one part. The most important thing that where you are going to actually get the most money, especially in 2020, is any time that anyone goes to your website, you still utilize this cookie, and I use a different color, but you want to actually bank in on Facebook the last 180 days and on Google 540 days. This pool of people are all warm audience. And they're basically, let's be honest, not every single person that actually in the 7 days are going to come and buy from you. It may be the offer, it may be they want a better deal. But then what you want to utilize is that this becomes an asset for your business. So when you're having a sale promotion, a product launch, or anything that you can do, you can simply just take this list and start advertising to them on Facebook ad, Google ad, YouTube ad, and display ad. And this is what obviously drive every one of you nuts. I see it in the comment that you always see my ad. It's because you are now in my infinite loophole. Unless you throw away your computer, you will always see my ad because of this over here. This is where the real money is going to be in 2020. So in a nutshell, what you're doing, obviously the last part of the process is that I'm going to use yellow. You still have what we call your hot list, right? I know that I'm using a different color. You have a hot list of buyers that you can actually cross-sell and do all these other stuff. But in reality, the money is going to be in this. Your money is going to be in this because it will allow you to actually have lower CPM costs and a much higher engagement rate and click-through rate with these audience. So you got to look at media buying and online advertising as a whole. It's not just run a conversion ad on Facebook anymore. It is about the ecosystem. This is the entire ecosystem, and I call this the infinite loophole strategy. Because once your prospect actually gets into your funnel, gets into your website, or take any specific action with you and your business, they will be forever in this black hole of yours where you can continue to actually monetize from them. So your goal in 2020 is not just focusing on cold traffic, but to really look at this infinite loophole strategy as a whole. Because the bigger your list is, the more people that is in this database, the more money you are going to make, and you can continue to build on top of it. So this grows, this is a snowball effect. The bigger it is, the more revenue you're gonna make. The more revenue you're gonna make, the more bigger this list is going to be, and you wanna make sure that you protect this list as much as possible. So again, in 2020, I'm gonna release a lot more video all about this, so make sure, okay, you subscribe to my YouTube channel, and simply click that notification bell so that each time I release a brand new video on helping you and your business, you're gonna get notified right away. Now, if you want to learn step by step on how to run a Facebook lead ad for your business and collect leads and turn it into a hungry buyer, listen, there's a video right on my YouTube channel that you can actually watch right now that shows you step by step on how to set up your first Facebook lead ad. Other than that, leave a comment right below. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.